All righty. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. In the month of May 2023, our focus is building better balance. So, that traditional sense of balance as well as muscular balance. Last week, we worked on the muscular balance between the calf muscle and the shin. So, there's opposing muscle groups. Today, we're going to focus on the muscular balance between the chest and the upper back. So, those muscles that we push with and the muscles that we pull with. So our main actions are going to be chest presses and our rowing action or chest flies and reverse flies. So we're pretty strong in our muscles to be able to push and to be able to pull. So we need heavier weights for those type of actions. A little bit less strong or weaker in the muscles that just open and close the arms. So lighter weights for those. I have my chair and we'll start with some Tai Chi. So get ready to focus and bring your awareness to your body. So our usual Tai Chi stance. Feet come right down from the hip bones. We stand tall, lengthen through the crown of the head, slightly tuck the tailbone under. Take your hands right in front to small ball. We'll slowly open and close. And of course, with our breath, as we open, we inhale. And as we close, we exhale. And I want you to imagine your hands are your rib cage. So as you open your hands, fill the rib cage with the breath outward and inward. Sometimes this is called the bucket handle breath. So imagine you're reaching down for a bucket that has handles on the side and you're picking it up and you're opening the handles and they come down. Now soften your fingers a little bit so they're not rigid. As your arms come out and in, your shoulder blades stay very stable on your back. Now with this breath, we'll step to the right, open, and close. One more. Step to the left twice. Now my knees are slightly bent. And I'm thinking about balance as I shift my body weight from one foot to the other. Open and close to the right. I just heard a little background sound, so I'm wondering if someone is unmuted. So you can check on that on your side. Moving left. And take 2 steps to the right, open and close. Close into right ball. Tap your left toe, right hand on top. Brush knee. Rotate to the right. As we step out to the left, this bottom arm comes across the top of the thigh and we push. Pivot on the heel to turn to the front and step into left ball. Rotate, preload. Brush knee, step out right foot. This bottom arm brushes across the thigh at the hip flexor. We block. Shift your body weight, pivot on that foot, step into right ball. Brush knee, rotate. Step out, bottom arm brushes across the hip flexor. Strike, pivot, step into left ball. One more brush knee, rotate. Bottom arm brushes, push. Pivot on the heel, Step into right ball. Repulse monkey, moving back. Step backward with your left foot. Open up, back arm, the palm is up, the front arm is blocking. Look back at your hand. Step the front foot into left ball. Repulse monkey, step back, open out, block, look to the back hand, palm is up. Step the front foot back into right ball. Open and close, moving left. One more. Move right, open and close. Bucket handle breathing. Right ball. Brush knee, rotate. Step out, bottom arm, cascades across the hip and block. Pivot on the heel, step into left ball. Left hand on top. Preload, brush knee. Take your time, we're focusing on balance. Pivot, right ball. Brush knee, preload. Step out slowly, striking your heel. Right hand blocks across. Shift and pivot. Left ball, preload. Bottom arm brushes. Opposite hand blocks. Shift, right ball. Repulse monkey, step back. Look to the back hand. Your front toes are pulling upward. Step the front foot to meet the back foot, left ball. Repulse monkey. Right ball. Moving left, open and close. One more. Moving right. One more time with this Tai Chi sequence. Right ball. Preload. Brush knee. Shift weight, pivot. Left ball. Preload. Brush knee. Shift and pivot. Right ball. One more. Repulse monkey, left foot steps back. Step in. One more. Step in, right ball. We'll finish with our open and close. 2 steps to the left. Two steps to the right. Stay here in your stance, just open and close. Use your side ribs, expand. 2 more. Press the palms forward. Flip the wrists, fingertips down and up. Last one. Hands neutral and float down. Take a breath in Exhale, soften your knees. Fold down into a little forward bend, maybe a half lift. Inhale, rise back up. Soften your knees, swan dive. With your own pace, the pace of your breath. Last time. Inhale up. Press your palms. Bring the thumbs into the heart. Okay, we need our chair for balance. I'm going to place it to the right side of my body and use my right hand on the chair. Come to Pilates or ballet first position. Zip up your inner thighs. Really good posture. This arm can be forward or up or low. So you chose a position that works for your shoulder, and we'll releve. Up, up. So I really want you to squeeze your glutes, fire all these muscles in the legs, raising way up onto the balls of the feet, firing the calves. Now we'll add an arm pattern. So we go up and out, up and out. Make it a comfortable range of motion here for your shoulder. 4, 3, barely using that chair for balance or the wall. 2, left leg passe, releve, passe, releve. Arm rises on the passe and open. Now you can lift up on the ball of the foot on that passe, or you can keep your foot on the floor. So you're either here, or we releve up on the passe, here. Good. Tall spine, up and open. 5 more. Lift and open. So if you're relevaing on the passe, you're getting a single leg calf raise. 2 more. Up and open. 1 more. Up and open and relax down. Good. The other side, I'm going to turn to face away from you, but you can move your chair to the other side. Tall spine, releve both feet. This arm can be low, medium, or high as we do our first few. Think about squeezing the backs of your inner thighs together, the gluteal muscles, the calves. Now the arm series, we come up and open out. Up and open out. Comfortable range of motion for this shoulder. 2 more, just the arm series. Now, passe, releve both feet, up. Passe, releve. You can also passe while you're releveing. The arm comes up, passe, and releve. Up and open. Up and open. Working on our balance. Posture, really important here. Calf strength, ankle mobility. 3 more. Up. 2 more. Passe. Releve, first position. Last one. Up. Open out. Relax the arm down. Now I'm going to turn and face my chair so you can get a side view of my body. Feet are in parallel, straight forward. Lift up on the toes as high as you can. Keep your back straight and bend your knees slightly down and back up. So if these bother your knees, I want you to make this a comfortable range of motion. If you have to do a regular squat, that's okay too. We're up in a releve, coming down any range of motion. The back is really straight, shoulder blades are engaged. 4. Going slow, 3. 2. 1 more. Coming up, set your heels down, turn your toes out, first position. Take the left ankle and tuck it behind the right ankle. Open your knee out to the side. Releve, up and down, up and down. Single leg work. Now you can try taking one hand off the chair. It's super challenging for our balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take this foot behind you, bring it in so the knees meet each other. So I have my knee bent about 90 degrees and I'm pressing back with a powerful glute. I want to make sure you're not moving your pelvis and your body here. So we're keeping really engaged, pressing back. You can flex your foot. Zip up the core. 6, 5. These exercises come from our ballet barre work. They're really intent in the muscle. Hold it back and pulse, 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 pulse. Now really zip up your abs as you're squeezing. Keep that low back in neutral. Whatever neutral is for you. 10 more. 9, 8. I have my foot in turnout, so my knee is slightly open to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg, bring it across the opposite thigh, push your knee out, and sit down into seated or standing pigeon. So we're getting a nice stretch for that gluteal we just worked. If you want to challenge your balance, release the chair. All right, let's press all the way up. Come back to first position, toes turned out. Take the right foot, tuck the ankle behind the opposite, open this knee out. Releve, up, down, up, down. Maybe one hand can come off the chair. All the way up, down, up, down. Now I'm firing this glute muscle to keep my knees slightly open, but both my hips are directly forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I take this leg back behind me, push it back, bring it neutral, back and neutral. So notice I'm not coming forward of my hip and doing it from here. Then I'm going to get a pendulum swinging action. So I'm just coming to where the knees meet each other. You can flex your foot. Now sometimes our hip flexors are so tight that this movement is barely doable in range of motion. That's okay, you're still firing the muscle. You don't have to go back a big direction. Let's take it 4. Now my knee is slightly out to the side because I'm in laterally rotation. Press out and hold and pulse. I meant to say lateral rotation, not laterally rotation. We're either laterally rotated or we're in lateral rotation. Now zip up your core. You're feeling this right here in the seat muscle. Let's get 10, 9, 8. Fire your hamstring, back of the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it to the front. Cross the ankle over the opposite thigh. Open this knee out and sink down into standing pigeon. Just a nice little stretch for that muscle area we worked. One more breath. Well, let's stay here a bit longer and try to balance. I did that on the other side. All right, now we can come up. Excellent. Slide your chair or your support away. So now we're focusing into that muscular balance of the upper back and chest. I'd like you to pick up your heavier workload for your dumbbells. So to work the upper back, we have to get our body on a forward angle so we have gravity in the right position. So engage your core, soften your knees, pull your elbows back as far as you can, and bring the arms back to straight. So my body's on about a 45-degree angle, but you can play with this a little bit as long as you have a strong lower back. You could come a little bit more forward, but not a lot. If you're feeling challenges in your lower back, just make this a small hinge forward and really squeeze your shoulder blades. Now we're starting slow so we can develop good alignment, good form, and our mindful awareness of the muscles we're working and of stabilizing our spine. Take it up quick, let it down slow. So we come up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. So we're going slow on the eccentric contraction while the muscles are lengthening. I offer you to take breaks whenever you need to and stand up out of this position. Really scoop your abs, brace. Now let's reverse this tempo. Come up slowly, let it down quick. 3, 2, 1, control. Now we have to decelerate these muscles as we're lowering down quickly with gravity. So it should almost feel like you're pushing the weights down, and right before the very end, you slow it. Up, 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 and down. 2 more. 1 more. Single time, up and down. Squeeze back. Back. If you need to adjust the position of your body, anchor it a little bit differently, that's okay. Let's get 10 more here. Then we'll take a break for the back. 8, 7. I'm doing a narrow row, so my elbows are facing pretty close to my body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull yourself all the way up. Squeeze your glutes. Let your hips come forward a little bit. Pull your shoulder blades back. Just a tiny bit of extension through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Come back down, softening your knees. Now this time we're going to turn the palms this way. Pull the right arm back, the left arm back. So I'm going on a little bit of an angle. This is a wider row position. If that bothers your shoulder, go back to the narrow row. Squeeze back. We'll start to add a slight rotation to each side. Twist, twist. So this is giving us a nice amount of back strengthening here. All the way down the extensors of the spine. While we're working the upper back, backs of the shoulders, and biceps. 5 more each side. Look the direction you're turning. 4 and 4. Make sure your knees are bent. Your lower back's going to get too much stress if your legs are straight. 1 more each side. And come on up. Roll those shoulders back, open up the chest, slightly extend the spine. We'll pick up lighter weights for reversed flies. So somewhere from maybe 1, 2 pounds, 3, 5 at the most. We'll come back into this position. Arms are right here to start. We'll slowly open and come down. So if your low back has had enough of being in this position, then just stand up straight and do this movement just with the shoulders on the sides of your shoulders rather than the upper back and the back of the shoulders. There's always a way we can modify, right? So we're going to start to do this action while we're coming down. So start up. As you're coming forward, open. As you're standing up, we close. Good. Take it down as we come out. Now, if your weights are too heavy, you can still do this work without any hand weights. Just working on a range of motion, down and up. So the hinging forward actions, getting our glutes, our hamstrings, our back is a stabilizer. So we shouldn't feel like this is a ton of back work, we're just stabilizing. Back of the shoulders, keep your chin slightly tucked. We have 4 more. And 3. 2. Last one. And relax those arms, roll the shoulders. We're coming into push-ups. So if you want to stay standing up, set your weights down and come right over to your wall here. Or maybe hands on your chair. We're going to do wall push-ups. I want you to think about the way your arms are moving. So your hands are going to be here. Your elbows come at an angle. So we're not doing a push-up here. So those elbows are soft. If you're coming down on the floor, join me. Come to your hands and knees position or your kneeling plank. Widen your hands, and we're going to start small. Down, up, down, up. So look at your elbows. Make sure they're slightly going behind your body. It's a nice angle here. It's very comfortable for your shoulders. But if you have shoulder problems, I just want you to do gentle wall push-ups with not too much stress in the shoulder joint. 4 more push-ups. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press this back into child's pose. Stretch. Next movement is a walking push-up. So we'll come back. You can do this on the wall. Take your hands narrow. So our movement, we're going to walk the right hand out, the left hand, do a push-up, walk the right hand in, the left hand in. So we'll start with the right hand each time. Right hand out, left hand out, a push-up, right hand in, left hand in. We'll do 3 more starting with the right hand. Right, left, push-up, right, left. 2 more. Right, left, push-up, right, left. 1 more. You can always leave out the push-up and just do the walking plank. Take a break, child's pose. Flip your palms up and move your wrists. Okay, we have 5 rounds starting with the left arm. So bring your hands narrow. Take your left hand out. The right hand, a push-up. Left hand in, right hand in. Left out, out. Push-up. Left hand, right hand. You can also add a narrow push-up here if you want. Left hand, take it out. Right hand, push up. Left hand in, right hand in. 2 more. Left, right, push up. Left, right. 1 more time. Walk, walk, down, up, walk, walk, and rest back. Nice job. So if you did those against the wall, come down and join us for chest presses. And I'd like you to have your light weights and your heavy weights next to the side of your mat. So I'm going to take my 8-pounder on either side and my 5 on either side. So we've got a combination of chest presses and chest flies. Linda, if you can, my dear, when you do this work, what I want you to try, and anybody who experiences back problems, can you get your chair here? And can you do this work with your legs up and tighten your core? So that's what I want you to try. Okay, if you don't have lower back problems, we can be feet flat on the floor, or we can be knees in tabletop without them resting on a chair. Take your heavier weight to start and be careful when you pick it up so you don't strain your shoulders, getting your weight up off the mat. So when we did the rows, we did a narrow row. So we're going to repeat that position, but now we're down on the mat. So the elbows are close and we press up. So this is our narrow press, sometimes called the tricep press. We're going to take this slowly. So those of you that have been working out with me for a while, I want you to modify up or down, progression or regression, any way you want with this exercise in terms of maybe adding some core work or whatever you'd like to do with this. I'm just going to show the arms today. Down and up. So I want you to lock your shoulder blades down on your back and just move the arms and try not to open and close the chest too much here. I invite you to take breaks whenever you need to. Now we have singles, right and left. So we come down, up and switch, down, up. So however you have your legs, I want you to really zip up your core here. Let's do 8 more, down, up. If the weight gets heavy and we're still moving here, you can switch to your lighter weights to perform the work. 4, 3, 2. Now both arms slow to the bottom. 3, 2, quick to the top, push up, down, 3, 2, 1, push up. Inhale, big exhale. Good, really slow it coming down. Resist gravity, then power it up. 3 more. 2. Looking good, guys. 1 more, then we're reversing this tempo. Down quickly, stop, up, 3, 2, 1. Decelerate. Really control here. It's almost like you're pulling down and then you're stopping just before you hit the bottom. We have 3 more this tempo. Two more. Down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. Take a break. Very carefully set your weights down next to you. Make sure you're not straining your shoulders or wrists. Take your arms up. So without the hand weights, we're just going to open and close just like we did in Tai Chi. Expanding your rib cage. Now as we open, we'll lift our hips up into bridge. As the arms open, the hips rise, and we close back down. So for this bridge, rather than a rolling bridge, we're just going to lift the hips up with a neutral back. So not one vertebra at a time. So just a nice hip extension, glute work. 4, and close. 3. So I'm previewing this because we are going to add hand weights with the open and close. 1 more, and rest. Now if you don't want to pick up weights, you're going to repeat that. Otherwise, you've got light hand weights. Be careful picking them up. Kind of notice that I roll over and reach across to get it rather than trying to take the same hand and grab that weight. All right, so weights are parallel. Let's try it without the hip bridge. So we'll open and close. Open. Now some things to think about is we don't want the arms way up here and open above our face. So bring your hands down below the nipple line and open a little bit lower. Add the hip bridge. Open and close. Linda, you might even be able to do this with your feet up on your chair with a little small hip bridge. Or if this doesn't bother your back, go ahead and put your feet down for your bridge. So we're going to do several repetitions. I invite you to maybe do 3 or 4 on one leg hip bridge. If you want to try that, so you'll bring your feet closer together and do a one leg bridge. And then you can try the other side for the same number. My elbows are fairly bent because my weights are a little heavy, but if your weights are light, you can straighten your elbows. Let's get 10 more of these. Open and close. Hips rise, hips drop. Inhale, exhale. Last 4 to finish. Chest flies. This is the opposing muscular balance work to the reverse flies we did in our bent over dead row position. Last one. And lower the hips down. Very carefully release your weights without straining your shoulders or wrists. In ballet barre classes, this is called back dancing. So turn your toes out, bring your heels close to each other. This is going to allow your knees to open in a small frog. Lift your hips up off the floor any amount, and we lift, 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 lift. So I'm just coming up and down a small amount. Once you get that, here's some things to think about. Try to push your knees apart as you're coming up. So this really squeezes that gluteal. Stabilize with a strong core. Keep your shoulder blades firmly planted in the mat. Arms can be down, but try not to push, so turn your palms up if your arms are down. Keep driving those knees out. This is a long set. I invite you to take a break whenever you need to. Lift, lift. Now we're going to do a little rhythm change with this. We come up and hold, down, up and hold, down, up and hold, down. It's up, 2, 3, drop, up, 2, 3, drop, up, 2, 3, drop. We get that hold for isometric work. 10 more. 9, down, 8, down, 7. Keep pressing your knees open. 6. Tighten your hamstrings and glutes. Down, 4. Down, 3. Down, 2. Down, 1. And come all the way down. Bring your knees back in, your feet to parallel. Very carefully pick your small weights back up. Single arm, open and close. So we're here. Our right arm goes open and close. The left arm, open and close. Now this is really challenging if your knees are in tabletop. So our core really has to work as the arm opens and closes so our body doesn't rock over to the side. Open and close. Now if both knees up and table isn't doable for you, keep one foot on the floor and open while the knee comes up. Set it down, do the other side. Open and close. Now I'm lifting the same knee as the arm because I want you to get the core work. if you lifted the opposite knee, you would balance your body. Does that make sense? So it wouldn't be as hard on your core if you lift the opposite knee up. Let's get 4 more. Right arm, left arm. And we can certainly do these both together, but then again, our body is balanced and we don't get as much core connection. 2 more each side. Press your low back into the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 1 more each side. Relax the feet. Relax the hand weights. We'll roll over onto our back. Onto your stomach. So we're working our back. So bring the hands just under the shoulders, elbows close to the waist, and lift your hands up off the mat. Keep your head neutral, lift and lower the chest, up, down, up, down. Small spinal extension. So one of the things I really want you to think about when you lift up is not to lift your head. So keep the back of your neck nice and long. If you need to use your hands gently on the mat, that's fine. Now lift up and hold. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the center. And lower your body down. So we'll do that progression just a little bit quicker. Back comes up. Look right. Look left. And come down. Up. Right. Left. And down. 1 more starting with the right side. Now starting with the left side. Up, left, right, and down. Again, up, left, right, and down. 2 more. One more. Up, left, right, and come down. All right, let's gently press up and back to child's pose to counter that back position. So we got started a couple minutes late today because of some computer issues, so I'm going to keep you a couple minutes longer if that's okay, because I want to give you a stretch. If you need some padding for your knees, make sure you have it. We're going to do kneeling lunge. So from this kneeling position, step your right foot forward, take a nice big step, and then bend the front knee, rise up here to support on the thigh. So we're opening up this left hip flexor, so you can even take your hand and kind of guide your hips down a little bit. Option to stretch your left arm up and maybe take your gaze upward just a little bit. Bring that left hand down to find the floor. Twist open to the right. You can either reach your right hand up or you can just keep it on your hip or touch your shoulder so you're not using that arm if it's tender for you. Keep dropping your hip flexor down. Lower your right hand down to the mat. Slowly straighten out this right foot that's in front for this kneeling hamstring stretch. Now, if you can't touch the floor to support, you don't have yoga blocks, your hand weights work out really nicely as two props to help support you up. So come down to whatever depth feels good to release that hamstring. If you pull those toes up, we get more lengthening down the calf muscle. All right, to switch sides, we can bring our right hand over to the middle and just swing that right knee back around. Inhale, come up, stretch. And exhale. Step your left foot forward and take a nice big step. So you might have to kind of pick it up and help move it along the floor until you really get it out in front of you. Come up and support on your front thigh. So check to make sure your back knee, that right knee, is way back behind the hip. You can put your hand here on your glute and slightly press forward. Right arm reaches. Maybe extend your gaze slightly upward without pinching the back of your neck. Both arms can even lift. Tighten your right glute muscle. Right hand comes down to the floor next to your left foot and twist open to the left side. Remember your options for this shoulder here. Lower the hand down slowly. Begin to press back into the back knee, straightening out the front leg. Maybe you're using your dumbbells to support your body. Noticing any differences between the right side of your body and the left, and be very forgiving with yourself. Patience. No competition, no condemnation. Just pleased with where we are today and that ability to have room to grow. Walk the left hand in to bring that left leg back around to both knees. Inhale, reach up, stretch. Exhale, hands come down to the mat right in front of you. Tuck your toes underneath to put your feet on the mat. And lift your butt up. Walk your hands in, forward, forward. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time to rebuild that perfect spinal alignment. Standing tall, back to our Tai Chi posture. Open and close. Close your eyes for a second. Just observe the differences you feel in your body from 1 hour ago to now. The difference you feel in your body from 1 month ago until now. From 1 year ago. From 1 decade ago. And as we move through life, the body changes. We continue to move and to be active through every stage of life. Blink your eyes open, press your palms, and the light and the joy that resides within me honors the light and joy in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for your patience with me today. I hope to stay on and chat and hear how everything went for everybody. If not, I'll see you in yoga. Let's get our recording stopped here.